nossa primeira presença Asian. It's the first Asian girl here in our page. Yeah! Ela vem de Hong Kong e vai contar um pouco pra gente como é o pole lá, como que é a vida dela. Estamos aqui, ela é uma exotic girl and sexy exotic girl. Estamos aqui com Daphne Lux. Yay! I'm happy. She's here too for Pole Show Brazil. She was here for Pole Show Brazil. She presented in Pole Show Brazil, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it. Thank you very much for being here.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
And how did you find out about Pole Show Brazil, and what do you think about Brazil so far?
Okay, so how I found out about it was actually Daria told me about it because she's judging and she was like the guest performer. So I think I was in Bali with her, like we were just relaxing, and she was like, oh, there's like a show in Brazil in October, and then she was like, you should apply, you should try and come. And I was like, oh no way, like I'm not good enough, everyone is like too amazing, and like, you know, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be chosen. She was like, no, you will, like just try, send your video. And I was like, okay, I'll send my video, probably won't get in, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's like my first time here, my first time performing in South America at all, so yeah, it was really exciting, but like a little bit scary experience because I didn't know anyone here. Like, yeah, I didn't know any studios, any people, so I think it's the first time I went to somewhere where like it was just totally unknown to me. But when I got here, I realized everyone is so friendly, like so welcoming, and I didn't feel like a stranger. Like everybody was just so nice, and I feel like I'm at home here already. Well, I'm here for 1 week, and I already like visited all the touristy things, did like a lot of stuff. Yeah. But I'm gonna spend 1 month in Rio because I don't know, I love the beach.
Rio.
Yeah. I love the beach, so I want to go to the beach and have just some time to absorb the culture because I travel a lot for pole. Like I do a lot of shows, workshops, that kind of thing. But most of the time I'm like in the studio and I don't really get to explore outside of the studio, or when I have time, I'm so tired that like I just want to sleep and rest. It's good to finally have a different priority and have experienced such a different place because yeah, I'm from Hong Kong. It's just a totally different world there, like big city. This is a big city too, but the people are so different, the culture is so different, and it's so cool to experience something that is like 100% opposite of what you're used to. Yeah, so I love it.
And talking about Hong Kong, how is pole there? Like, is it big? And how is the pole community? Are they together?
Yeah, the pole community in Hong Kong is getting bigger and bigger. When I first started, there was only like a few studios to choose from. And yeah, there was not that much choice, but now there's like more and more studios, like a lot of small little ones, which I think is great because different styles are coming and there's not just like one main thing in Hong Kong. I think you can get almost everything. Like there's exotic, there's sport, there's like contemporary.
Where did pole start in your life?
I started when I was 20 or 21, I forgot. Like it was the year I graduated university.
Yeah, and how old are you now?
I'm 25. Yeah, back then I was like really into gym. Like I loved lifting weights. I was obsessed with like squatting.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I love Brazil because I love butts. Yeah. So I was so excited to come to Brazil to see everyone's butt.
She's like, this morning we had a class and our photo was like this, like, let's do it again. Like,
I was like, mine was like middle split here. So yeah. I used to be a gymnast when I was like a little kid, so I did gymnastics classes from, I think I was like 10 to 15 years old, and then I stopped because I wanted to focus on school.
Yeah.
So after like going to the gym a lot, I kind of missed that like gymnastics type of sport, not just like lifting weights. It was so repetitive. I don't know why, I was just curious about pole, but it was it's quite expensive in Hong Kong, so there was a Groupon deal for very cheap. I was like, oh, Groupon, it's so cheap now, I can afford it.
That's my chance.
So thank you, Groupon, for starting my pole career. Yeah, this is not sponsored by Groupon, by the way. I bought like a normal class package and I was going to class once a week, and it was like fun, but I wanted more and more. And I started looking at different studios, joining a lot of different classes, and in the end, I joined a class at Melody Pole Studio, which is where I teach now. The first class I did there, so our studio is like everyone wears heels and everything is taught like choreo in heels. And back then I was like terrified of heels. I didn't want to wear them.
Really?
But I went to my first class, like all the girls were in heels except for me. And then I graduated uni, so that was the year I was graduating. I had nothing to do. I was like, what should I do with my life now? I had no plan. It was scary, but they had an opening for the receptionist job at the studio, and I was unemployed, so I was like, I might as well go for it. I'll just see, like I'll just work there for a bit and then I'll find like a real job, like a real adult. But that never happened. And then my boss was like, so I was practicing really hard. I was starting to join some competitions, and my boss was like, oh, do you want to teach? And I was like, oh, yeah, I would love to. That's like my dream. But I never thought I would actually be a teacher. Like it was just some far away fantasy for me. So when I first started teaching, I was so nervous. I was preparing like my beginner classes for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah. And what did you find out about pole here in Brazil, teaching in Brazil? Did you see any difference or something like that? You can be honest right now. Like.
You know what I'm the most impressed with is, so my class today was at 10 in the morning. Yeah. I honestly thought, like honest to God, I thought no one would turn up, or like one person would turn up, because 10 in Hong Kong is like no one would wake up for that. Like, but yeah, there was like so many people and everyone was like so energetic and so like focused. So I really love the energy here, and it's, yeah, everyone is so friendly. Yeah, and also what I really love about teaching here, I always do like a little performance in the end. Like I make you guys do the small group performance, because I think dancing, it's always better to have an audience, better than just yourself in the mirror. So I loved how the girls here, and boy, they're like so supportive, like cheering for each other when you're dancing. Like a lot of places I feel like they're a bit more shy, like they will help each other film, and then at the end it's like, it makes my job a lot more easy. Like when people are shy, my energy has to be way more higher just to like bring everyone up. But when everyone is already high, I'm like, I don't have to do anything extra. They're already there. I'm so happy.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
And how was it for you to perform at the pole show of Brazil? What did you think?
Yeah, performing was crazy. So the night before, we were at the nightclub where the other local pole dancers were performing, and just from that crowd alone, it was not even like a completely full nightclub. I think it was like 60% full, but everyone was like packed at the front. And just the noise they were making, I felt like I was in like a football stadium. I was like, wait, there's like not that many people here, but the noise was like insane. I felt like I was in a huge crowd, and everyone was so supportive, like just cheering so much, and I just loved it. Like the energy was amazing. I think that's one of the best crowds I've ever been in. I was already like so excited just to go on stage and perform. Like I couldn't wait. I was like, we just fast forward time. I just want to go on now. I just want to say thank you so much for being so welcoming. Yeah, especially like I told you, it's scary like being alone, traveling by myself so far, and like I don't know anyone when I first came, but as soon as I arrived, I felt like I belonged. Like this is my home now.
Thank you very much for being here.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll see each other soon, maybe in Hong Kong.
Yes,
We never know.
come visit me.
It's on the list, you know. And guys, we have lots of different interviews there, nice people for you to watch. So subscribe to the channel and be sure you get all these amazing videos for you to watch, and give your like for us because that's very important.
Yes, all the likes.
Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.
If you wanted to, these expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. I can get them both, I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. Let's find out and see. Cardi B, you know where I'm at, you know where I be. You in the club, this is party, I'm there, I get paid to be.